Right, so is literally only 21 days into. Oh, hang on, before I even do that, boom and boom. Okay, it has literally only been 21 days into the new year, but already, we've got people talking about E3. E3 is going to be coming up, and people within the game industry that works are universally like, fuck E3, but at the same time, like, excited because of the work involved.
Well, yeah. Like you don't like. I guarantee you, there are people that hate the Super Bowl, but also like love the Super Bowl for the
Yes.
exact same reason. So
Yes. So, apparently, this was posted on Reddit on our games. A full list of all the rumored leaked and upcoming games for Microsoft. This is posted by Sexyphobe. I know. And he says, just a little over a year ago, Scalebone was canceled. What made this feel worse is that there was a swarm of exclusives released for the PS4, which made a lot of users feel free, or users here feel like they weren't getting the most out of their system. E3, Cuphead, and PUBG did help, but there weren't a lot of AAA titles announced. This year, however, we have already gotten a swarm of rumors and possible leaks for Xbox exclusives. Let's go down the list of what we know and what is possible. And he lists as far as like what possible. This is more possible than probable. Sea of Thieves is releasing March 31st. And a closed play. Yeah, that part's not important actually. State of Decay 2 is expected to get more info soon, with the developers pretty sure of a spring 2018 release date. Crackdown 3 is not canceled and still seems to be expected to release in 2018 of this year in the spring. Ori Will of the Wisp while no release period was shown in D3, it's still exciting that it's still a thing. Even more so, the man behind Metroid AR 2 is hired by Moon Studios as a high-level designer, which is fucking awesome. With the release of the One X, Phil Spencer and Microsoft have once again assured us on their commitment to the brand. This includes Phil Spencer getting into promotion as well as commitment to expanding current studios as well as buying and creating new ones. When it comes to these right now, is off the bat, I see if Thieves, did they already announce a release date, or did they say like is this still in beta?
I know that the open beta is supposed to be, or like closed invite beta or whatever is supposed to be happening soon.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think there's a release date.
Okay, so he's saying March.
Actually, no, there is a release date. It's March. Hang on a tick.
Okay.
Let me.
While you do that, I'll talk about Crackdown 3. I will believe it when I see it. I think we haven't seen or heard anything from Crackdown 3. If Crackdown 3 still exists, it has to be shown one more time at E3 with a date. If it's not, that thing is in almost, I won't say vaporware situation, but I feel like it's becoming vaporware.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Crackdown is definitely that franchise that's like, if you played it, you're gonna enjoy it when they come out with a new one. But if you didn't play it, it seems weird, and you're probably not gonna pick it up. I don't know. Like Crackdown, I'm excited to play Crackdown 3, but then again, I don't know how well it's gonna do. I don't think it's gonna do that well, honestly. By the way, Sea of Thieves comes out March 30th or March 20th.
Oh wow! So this guy. Oh, okay. All right, cool. He almost got him right in the button. Oh, I forgot to mention that I skipped over this. Not only is Age of Empires 1 through 3 getting a remaster, but 4 is being made. I can see that happening. I think. It depends. I want to say because RTSs are not that big now. They're like it's now, but the MOBAs and everything else. So I don't know if that would. Maybe they are, and Age of Empires series have always sold well, so maybe. Who knows? I don't. We'll see.
I don't know, man. Like, here's the problem: is that last year, and we've talked about this too on this podcast, but last year when March rolled around, PlayStation had like 2 or 3 titles. Nintendo had just come out with Legend of Zelda, and Xbox had Halo Wars 2.
Mm-hmm.
And that was awful. Like that just sucked.
Yeah.
So I've said that with especially with Xbox One X, like they need to come out with some shit in March. They absolutely need something in March to compete, or at least to sell consoles. And I think the Sea of Thieves will be it, at least for a little while.
Yeah.
But they need more stuff. They definitely need more exclusives.
Speaking of stuff, I got some more stuff in here that was pointed out. This is all rumor mill, of course, but like, so this is regarding possible E3 announcements that may happen. And just going down the list, for Forza Horizon 4 being set in Japan, that'd be crazy. A new Perfect Dark with assistance from the Coalition. A new Microsoft game. I fucking hope a new game like that happens. That'd be great. Playground Studios RPG team working on a new Fable title. Playground has also hired developers from GTA 5, Metal Gear Solid, and Hellblade. A plausible Halo spin-off with a large amount of players per session. This would fit in 343's ambiguous blog post. Apparently, it was a blog post by 343 they put up recently that is, I guess, ambiguous, or as it says here. And then now, of course,
I could get in a whole conversation about fucking 343 and the Halo franchise, but
and then one more thing, real quick. Now, of course, these are all rumors, and development time of each title remains to be seen. At the very least, will be known by E3 if Forza Horizon 4 leak will be proved to be true. On top of that, this is the other thing he's putting out. The Coalition are partnering with Storylab Productions for a new IP, considering this is from their main website. It's very likely true, and it's separate from Perfect Dark rumor. That this should excite people, as there was a fear a Coalition would just be a Gear studio. And then one more thing, Studio Gable's sister company are setting up a team of 50 plus developers to partner with Microsoft to globally recognize IP, which leaves us with a lot of possibilities. That picture also said it with an action adventure new IP, so maybe after the partnership, they shifted toward a dominant IP. Could be a Perfect Dark game, could be Microsoft, so on. NBA Jam creator says he's working with Microsoft on reviving the series. Not as much. Okay, cool. So we might be getting a new NBA Jam game, that'd be cool. Speaking of games that would they last, or would they work in modern gaming? NBA Jam, I think it would, just because it's so arcadey, and it's a game where there is easy it's just be as you remembered it, and if they nail exactly what it was back then and they put some nuance to it, I think that it will do fine. I'm not sure if it'll like break the bank when it comes to selling, but I think that it will definitely do well enough for them, especially if it's not a big budget game. I think that it will do successful in that front. Looking at these other rumors and things that they were talking about in this post, I think that, yeah, Microsoft definitely is buckling down on new IPs. I think that they definitely need some, because they as far as exclusive wise, when it comes to this console, they don't have much to say for it. It's really cool that they're bringing back the old games from the Xbox original era, and some of the Xbox 360 games onto their platform. But the one thing that is hurting them is exclusives, as far as like if you were to pinpoint exactly what exactly they're hurting on. And this is, at least from the rumor mill, like saying that they're definitely addressing that. At
a certain point, Microsoft and Sony are going to have to team up to battle Nintendo.
Man, that would be interesting. I don't know if that will ever happen.
It was just an idea.
I don't know. I don't know that ever happened, just because like Microsoft and Sony has been at ends for so long, and on top of that, like Microsoft as a company is in direct competition with Sony outside of gaming. So, but Sony's bigger though. Outside of gaming, they're much big. Are they? Fuck, I don't know. Damn, who's bigger? Because I want to say Sony's bigger because they expand to like only like TVs and games, but they also have their own like movie production as well, and other products. So like, I want to say
Microsoft stock price. Microsoft stock price is at $900, but it is down 0.1 or 0.11%.
Mm-hmm.
So not very much at all, but regardless, they're at 900 or 90. So let's see.
And for Sony is
Sony stock price is at 49.89. So
Interesting.
Microsoft is almost double what Sony is.
I would thought Sony would be bigger.
But Sony has an uptick of 1.46%. So Sony's cost less, but Microsoft was on the decline a little bit there. I don't think that matters too much. When that percentage is that small, I don't think it matters.
Okay, yeah. I'm always excited when it comes to new games and what could be possibly happening in the rumor mill for E3, but it's happening pretty soon, and boy,
yeah.
I'm
What
excited.
I made sure that what I was looking at was the overall company's stock price, Valer, on both ends, just to make sure that I'm not sounding like a complete asshole.
Yeah, for sure. All right.